So this will be a very quick tutorial showing you how to take the AdWords tracking template that I've put here in this resource document and actually using it in AdWords. So the tracking template is right here. What I've put a note is that sometimes when you copy this link, it can add a space. So you want to check it over before you hit go. So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to come into one of my recently created campaigns in our test account. I've got an ad. You can see it's all test. But what you want to do is you want to go in and be able to add your URL options, the tracking template, I'm going to hit paste. And so I can test this. Now what I'll tell you right now is if you try and do this the first time you build an ad in AdWords, you do not have the ability to test. So what I do is I go through and create my entire campaign, including my first ad, click create, come back and I do this on the first one, and then everyone after that I will copy because it already has it implemented. So when I test it, it says right here, landing page found. And if I pull it up, this is going to show me my tracking template. So our final URL is adskills.com, and the attributes we use through here. So landing page URL is adskills.com. Ad position, none, because we're not out on the search network right now, so it's never going to return positive. Campaign ID is the campaign number. Creative, see there's a space that got put in here, so I need to go back in here and look for my content creative. So I'm going to click that. I'm going to test it again. Now I should see creative is 0 because it's the first ad. We don't have an ad number yet. Device, I'm on a computer. If content placement, it looks like there is an error in here. It's because there is not a colon in here. Test. So with content placement, we're not out on the web right now, so there's nothing there. Display, false, search, true, so it would show up our search, the ad position is none. So that's how we've gone through and built this. That's how you have to go through, and you're going to test this every single time before you start your campaigns. Now the other thing we talked about were the custom parameters. So let's say if I did this, so I had, it's underscore creative, and I'm going to call this John's test ad. And I came back in here and I changed this from creative to underscore creative and hit test, our creative would go from 0 to John's test ad. So you can come in and add custom parameters. Now, I'm adding this at the ad level. You can do it all the way up at the account level. I've always had the best success if I do it at the ad level. I use the same thing every single time, but that's how you really go through and do this. So use the tracking template I've got there in the document for you. Come through and test, make sure that there's no spaces or anything has been removed, and then you can come in and add custom parameters if you need to.